I'd come to Clark's with Lucian every morning for breakfast. Lucian lived a few doors away from here, and I would go in each morning to see Lucian, and then we'd both arrive here for breakfast, read the papers. I could take 1 or 2 phone calls, and then Lucian would go back and start painting. The Afternoon in Naples by Cézanne. Lucian first became aware of the painting in that we saw a reproduction of it in an auction house catalogue. It was being sold in New York, and he just found it fascinating, as he did in everything Cézanne did. So we just ripped it out of the catalogue and we just pinned it up on the studio wall. The studio wall here is where he would always use a palette to paint, and every time he'd mixed his paints, he would then clear it with a palette knife and put it onto the wall, partly just to keep the floor a little bit cleaner. As oil just skids everywhere, it doesn't soak into anything. So there was a build-up of paint over the years, and it was just part of. It was almost like a cave, but it was just part of the studio. He wasn't precious about anything, so just the ripped out page was just a spark for his imagination. He didn't need to study it. It just gave him the idea to then create his own drama in his painting. And then 2 or 3 months later the auction came up, and Lucian was in a position to buy it. So when Lucian was making an interpretation of the Cézanne, it would sometimes be in the studio, but brought in and then taken out again, but it mainly lived on the 2nd floor in his sitting room. The Italian Woman by Corot was something that Lucian really found a fascinating portrait. Again, that hung in the sitting room on the 2nd floor. And it found its place, and he loved it. He absolutely found it so sympathetic, and everything that he wanted in painting was in that work, what it is to be human. So he was very, very fond of the Corot, and did a number of works, not directly related to the painting, but the painting was in the house, and he was looking at it every day. So it would just be there in his own painting. Lucian always thought that art came out of art, so it was very necessary that he had these paintings in his life.